Okay, we're back. I mean, we're pretty much doing the same list again, right, Nick? Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah, it's basically the same shit.
Yeah.
No, like it's the same deck. The list is drastically different.
Okay, so it's still the same deck, different list. It's still Birdup.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Right up, best deck.
And if Lucas wants to mention anything, just let us know, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah, I played the bird deck again. It's the best deck. This deck's crazy. One EXO at locals. I lost one game today against Winda, and I drew really bad. But yeah.
So
other than that, I didn't lose a game today. I lost one game to Winda, and I lost the die roll in all throughout. That was the only round I won the die roll, and
So
I'm gonna go second.
So you went 8-1 in terms of games, right?
Yeah,
That's not bad,
Yeah.
actually.
something like that.
Yeah, 8-1.
Yeah, 8 and.
Yeah, because if you lost one, that means you would have played 9 games altogether.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, this deck's really good going first because obviously, like, the board is almost an FPK. But I lost 3 die rolls today, and every round I lost the die roll, I went second in both games and never lost a game. So
Yeah,
the
that's true.
deck's also crazy going second.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's get to it.
Cool. 3 frac, 3 nerf, 1 kit, 1 Karis.
Self-explanatory, right?
Yeah, this is super standard. These ones are really good. You definitely need more than these. I side this out a lot going second.
Interesting.
This one's crazy. Like, you can arguably play 2. I just wouldn't because it's like the best one to like normal summon. Try to play through hand traps and stuff. So yeah, 3 of that. And then this one's crazy too because it sends less cards. So sometimes you can just like send an extra copy of, like, if you have a Sapphire Swallow engraved and you're gonna use Barrel Canary when you're like playing through Interruption, you can just use this to Foolish a Sapphire Swallow and then target that. Like, if you banished one on turn 1 for your like Omen play.
Damn. Okay.
Bird cards. I was on 3 of this one. Like, you can play 2. I just don't think there's a reason to. Like, it's your best follow-up. I want it almost every time on turn 3, as well as even on turn 1. Just to like get over, like, when you're setting up the board and like you're already full comboing, just being able to also get Robin and making sure that like there's no way you lose the game is pretty crazy. So play 3 of those. 3 Warbler.
Standard.
Yeah. 3 Sparrow.
Yeah.
2 gray one.
Yeah.
2 of the blue one.
Yeah.
More bird names. Eh?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you last time we did this, you were only playing 1.
One gray,
Yeah,
one
I played
blue.
1. I think 2 of
and
this
then
one.
2, and then
So
3.
here's where I'm at. I would like to be able to play less bird names, but you just need to see the names. Like, as bad as this one, like, you don't want to see these because like these cards are like really bad to draw together. Like, the only one that's like good to draw with all of them is this one.
Yeah.
This one means you have to have 2 birds for it to be relevant, or Nerval or something. This one is like cool with this. It's like a worse version of the combo if you have this plus fractal or this plus fractal. And this one's like, it's usually only named when you're playing. Like, you need other cards for them to be good. But you just don't want to like not see birds.
It's kind of like Drytron, where you just want to see names.
Yeah. The other thing is like I played Desires today, so like you didn't want to not have access to this one or not have access to this one, like, so you needed to up these count. But a lot of the times you're like activating Desires like on your turn 3 or something, so like you don't actually ever have all of these names in deck, but you just need to like at least see 2 of them or one of them plus this plus a Tri-Brigade name. So like I just played more. It was fine. Like you can cut some of these or whatever, but I definitely just don't change this one. This one's like the best one. I don't know. It was good.
Yeah.
Can't complain. And then 1 Avian. This is better than Statue. Don't play Statue. That card sucks.
You heard that from this guy.
No, you just don't want to lose a board breaking card. So like, that's the only way you lose is they have like double board breaking cards and like.
Yeah, like
this
Dark
feels
Ruler No More, Evenly Matched, Lightning Storm.
this feels
Like,
the
if you're
evenly
playing a
and
statue,
like,
you have to play Rendezvous.
Yeah.
That's like
Play
the only
Rendezvous,
card,
beat over
yeah.
a battle phase, and then use auto loot to like Dark Ruler and stuff. So that's just terrible.
Yeah.
And then this was like the only difference from what I've played recently. I haven't really ever mained this, but I was maining Gamma today. I just think it's the best hand trap. Like, it's really good.
Yeah, it won you a lot of games today, didn't it?
Yeah, like, its card was crazy. It hits it's like in the mirror, like, it's tough. Like, you have to like hit their combo early and just hope they can't really play through it. But you can hit the Warbler a lot of times. It gets it off field, so that means Sapphire can't play through it. It kind of forces them into a normal summon, something with 2 names. Even them just normally Nerval there, force them to have another Tri-Beast in hand. But it's also cool, like, going second, you can like try to force out interaction because your bird cards are really good at doing that, and then you can just like No, it'd be more like a bird call or something. A lot of times you're gonna activate that or negate it, so you can just like chain your gamma. It was good today. Also, Sword Soul, when they make the Protos, this helps you like play through Protos. So like you're only losing to Protos if they can make a flare and they just blow up their own flare. So when they activate Long Yun, you can just like negate this, and a lot of times it makes it they can't blow up a wind for Protos. It's too hard to do it with Taie. So if you hit the Long Yun, a lot of times they can't Protos you, and they also don't end on a flare. And they're only on like Xiao Xiao Blackout.
Yeah,
It's
Protos.
good,
Protos.
yes, sir.
Protos.
Yeah. Game was really strong.
Yeah.
Spell card, 3 Bird Call, 3 Desires, Tanky called by 2 Chalice.
So you played last time. You didn't play Desires.
No.
You played Droplet.
Yeah, I was playing, so for a long time I played things like, at the start of the format I was playing Jack in the Hand.
Yeah.
But like this deck is too relevant, like the mirror is too relevant, so Jack in the Hand isn't as good. Also, a lot of people just know how to play against it, so they just take your Warbler and whatever.
So, worst case scenario, pot of Desires.
Yeah, no, so I played Prosperity for a long time. I still think Prosperity is really good, but the reason I played Desires was just because, like, I want to use my extra deck. Like, I don't want to have to Prosperity, and just, like, this is the best one, because since your Prosperity all the time is usually just for 3, it's usually just a pot of duality.
Yeah.
It's not as good as this one a lot of the time going second. Just getting the 2 cards is really good. As well as, like, if you're already comboing, like, you already have Sparrow Warbler, like, you just don't have to activate the Desires, right? So you're not going to banish your Oath and your Avian.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, the one confliction is, like, you banish your Oath or your Avian, you can't full combo. But, like, if you already have Sparrow Warbler and you're playing, you don't need to activate the Desires. And if, like, you're not playing to where the Desires is your only way to actually play, then you didn't care if you banished the Oath or Avian because you weren't playing before anyway. So, like, this card was really good today. I don't know. I'm really undecided on this card, Prosperity or Small World, but I've been playing this one recently, and
realistically,
I've
I
really
feel like Desires is more of a +1, where Prosperity evens out.
Yeah.
With like a small number in the extra deck, so it just depends. It depends on the player, realistically.
But yeah, shout out to Lucas for these are his Desires, and shout out to Myrtle. These are his Gammas. So we built the deck like 5 minutes before locals.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do it every week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's how you do well. That's how you win, dude.
Yes, sir. And then the 2 Chalice, like I said, like Winda, like I don't want to just auto lose to like Windas, and like it was also good against like the pure Tri-Brigade like DPE deck. Like you can hit the Omen when they summon it. You can just hit the Appaloosa. You can hit the DPE. So this card was really good.
And then Callburger.
I'd played 3 a lot of the time, but I didn't have room for the 3rd one.
Yeah.
It's like literally my 39th and 40th card. So
Yeah, not bad.
Chalice was good today. And then 1 Oath, that's like your best card in your deck because like you just make it so you don't lose a Dark Ruler and then you can't lose the game.
Well, how? Okay, so
I'll explain
I'm
the combo if
noticing.
you want,
Okay,
yeah.
well,
And
at the
just
same
put it
time,
in
it's kind of
front.
like, how do you have like all? How do you have like all 3 of like each type?
So you're always in your regular combo. Get to all 3 types. Sparrow plus Warbler does it.
Well, you can do it with just leaving Kit on the board, right?
No, you don't leave Kit on the board because Kit Foolish does it. You just put Karis on the board. So you're gonna use Warbler plus Sparrow.
Yeah.
And the full combo. I'm pretty sure like most people just know the combo now, but
Yeah.
you put this in Grapes, you don't lose a Dark Ruler. With Double Dragon Lord Karis plus like your Simorgh. Like any of your winged beasts just like turns it on. But it also helps like against like even like against Mystic Mine. Like you can just wait for like a lot of times you can just like force it. They have to force your other interaction, and they'll try to like pass on mines. You can just like, get them out on your turn and kill them. But
Yeah.
And then Imperm, this was like the best one in like the mirror because you can just hit the Tri-Brigade summon. A lot of times it's pretty hard to play through that, and they're ending on like Draco Future a lot of the time passing, and then you're breaking that every time. So.
So what would you consider as the best hand trap? Would it be Gamma or Imperm?
Oh, Gamma's the best hand. I think Gamma's the best all-around hand trap. But Imperm feels like the best one against the Tri-Brigade deck, against this deck, because like you can just hit the Tri-Brigade summon, and a lot of their hands like they'll play through, like it's awkward to play through it, or if it's just the standard Sparrow plus Warbler and like an extra Tri-Beast in hand, it's kind of hard to play through this. So.
Yeah. Right. That's it for your main.
Yeah, those are the main 40 cards.
Okay, not bad.
Extra deck. What did I play? Sees 2 of this one. A lot of people play 3. Like, there's a couple flex spots in this extra deck, so you can maybe play the 3rd. I've never needed to come up. A lot of the times, like, you want the 3rd to like get the search on turn 3. But like I said, like I'm playing 3 barrel, and a lot of times you have your barrel canary on turn 3, so you can like use barrel canary to summon this back and put a Celeste Wagtail under it, and then just detach the Celeste Wagtail to get a free search. So you don't. I never needed the 3rd. It was fine without it. One of this one. This one comes up a lot. Like. Yeah, almost always on turn 3, yeah. You make like 5-6 material Zeus's a lot of the time.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, it's great. Like you do it all the time. It's like super free in this deck.
Yeah.
As well as like sometimes like if you get like drolled and stuff, sometimes you can still just end on this, and then they just can't kill you for a turn because like they can't kill either of them.
Yeah.
They can't kill either of them, and you can just search on the next turn.
Yeah.
As well as like if you draw Feather Storms in games 2 and 3, sometimes your hand's really bad. You can just put this and put a Feather Storm under it, and then they just never kill you, and then you just can't activate effects. They pass, and then you kill them.
Yeah.
So like a lot of times you don't even need a full combo. One Robin. This card's crazy, but I don't know. Like it doesn't like it's almost just like feels like extra in this deck, like just like kind of like overkill. It doesn't. Your regular combo a lot of the times like you do get to it like most of the time, but there's some hands that they just don't get to it. And a lot of times like you're not gonna make it past turn 1 a lot of the times unless like you're in some grind game. But like when you summon it, it's pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
And then one of this for
Standard.
the combo. This card's crazy. You could realistically play 2. I don't think that's that insane, but I never needed it.
That's fair.
And then I played 1 Omega. Normally I played Downard, but I didn't own a Downard. So
This is only for the gamma, right?
Yeah, like I just said, I wanted to try Gamma today in my main deck, so I didn't own a Downard, so I played this instead of like the second Shureg or something. But I played this today. I never summoned it. It was neat because like one of the problems when you have Gamma in your deck is going first. If you like, you're gonna ash your Bird Call. You can't even realistically chain the Gamma a lot of the times because like it turns off your Warbler unless you already had the Warbler in hand that you can summon off a Bird Call. And then your Gamma and your like Driver, you can't get them off of the field without making Appaloosa, but it's hard to get to Appaloosa if you don't have like if you can't summon the Warbler. So I just played this because if I don't know if you ash your Bird Call, you can just summon Gamma, make this, and then use FTK. Never summoned it, but it was I don't know. Seems alright.
Yeah.
1 Almirage, 1 Farrajet, 1 of this one. You can maybe play 2. I played 2 for a while. You don't really need it though.
You aren't wrong, actually.
Yeah. 1 of this thing. Nobody plays this. I love this card. This card's so good in the deck because there's a cool line when you have a Warbler plus Wagtail where you can summon this on turn 1 and turn the kit plus this one into an Omen, which makes it so you don't lose as hard to the normal summon on imperm on your normal summon because people are kind of just like trained to imperm the normal summon, but in that combo you're normal summoning Nerval, so it ends up just being really bad for them because you can just link into the Almirage. As well as like a lot of people are like making DPE, and this card's really good against DPE because you can just like you out the DPE and then you can just shuffle it back, and then during their draw phase, as a quick effect, you can shuffle back to Celestial so they don't get the draw too as well. So this card is really good.
Interesting. Okay.
1 some more is like your win condition. 1 Shureg. You can realistically play 2. I didn't play 2 today, but I don't think it's crazy. I might just play 2 going forward, but it's pretty good. Because you always make 1 in your turn 1 combo unless your hand's insane.
Yeah.
And then if you you want 1 for the next turn as well. So. And then the last card was Appaloosa. I never summoned it today. You can cut this as well, but I liked it. The cool part about this, the biggest reason I played this today, is because I was playing Desires. So there are hands, like I said, where if you just open like a weird hand that's not going to combo and you have to start with Desires, if you banish your Avian or your Oath, you can just go for this instead of going for this and Morglink. And against some decks, it's almost good enough. If they have the Dark Ruler, they have the Dark Ruler.
Do you want to go through the side, or do you want to
Yeah,
keep it secret?
no, the side's whatever.
Cool.
It was like I said, threw this deck together, so it's kind of what we have.
Yeah.
1 Chalice.
Just in
Yeah, it
case.
was just the third one because again, Window's really good. It was really against like the Tri-Brigade DPE deck. I don't know. It's just really good. It's like generic and it's
really good at going 1 for 1.
yeah. It just goes 1 for 1, and then you can actually
Like
break.
Chalices
the
has been good at going 1 for 1.
Yeah, because like all the bird cards, they go like they plus and can break the board with like things like Zeus and Assembled Nightingale. So just being able to like trade with their interruptions, even against like the Sword Soul decks, being able to turn off the Fleur and then actually playing into their board isn't too hard. So I played 1 Chalice, just the third one of it. 3 Dark Ruler, and 3 Mine. These cards are always crazy in this deck.
Such a good card. It's just a good combo.
Yeah, like if they're not scything you, like this is really bad obviously if like a deck's gonna scythe you, but like if they don't scythe you, these cards are crazy because it's so easy to break boards in this deck that just being able to Dark Ruler, turn off their board, and then use the Leaderless cards to break their board, or doing the same thing with Mystic Mine. Also, you're a combo deck, so a lot of the times when people go first, they don't side in their spell and trap removals, and you can just activate Mystic Mine and they don't have an out for it in their deck, and you win. Or even if they do have an out in their deck, but they have like 3-4 monsters on the field, you can just make double Recital and crash into things, and they lose anyway. So, card's really good in this deck.
Okay.
3 Cosmic. I played Cosmic over like Lightning Storm and Twin because like I've been playing this all format just because so many people are siding in cards like Mystic Mine going second. That I side this in almost every game I go first because it's like if you're comboing, you're winning anyway. You didn't need this card to be like an imperm and have an extra piece of interruption. I'd rather just make sure I don't lose to Mystic Mine. So this card's really good.
It's a good card.
Yeah.
I don't see why.
It's like probably your best Mystic Mine out, especially if you're gonna like go. Especially if you're like gonna main deck like a Mystic Mine out. I like this one more than like Order because Order you're gonna have to like if they mine you and you didn't open it, you're trying to dig into your deck for an Order. You just set it and then give them another turn. Whereas this one, you don't need to. Especially in the Bird Up deck where they actually just kill you under mine, opposed to just trying to make you deck out.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Reboot, Order, and Triple Featherstorm.
The dumbest card.
Yeah, this card's really stupid. Like you just had these in going first. These cards are all really dumb. So this card is
that just stops back row.
Yeah, you play a trap deck, you just win the game because you can just like order them and make a Zeus wipe their whole board. They lose. It hits Schism, and you don't want Winda to hit the field because then you probably just lose.
Makes all spell decks lose.
Yeah, and then when you're going first, you sign in these 4. If you draw this, you just kind of win the game. Like there's no really counterplay to it. It's a really stupid card.
Oh yeah, it's a very good card.
Yeah, I drew it
It's
once.
literally, I think, just like a reboot.
Yeah, it is. It's really stupid. Like so, like I lost one game today, and it was against the Winda deck. And then I went first in game 3, and I saw 2 of these. So I was able to just, like flip one, hold this one in my hand for the next turn, so we don't lose like evenly or whatever. And then even if like you're not killing them through whatever they set up through this card, you have this to give you another turn. Like this card's really dumb. There's no counterplay to it. Like if you activate it, you win the game.
Okay.
And then again, you lose to Dark Ruler and like Lightning Storm and droplets and stuff. So just flipping Order, you win the game too.
This is too good.
Yes, sir.
Still got your plugs. You got your plugs. We're gonna get to your video pretty soon. I got Merle's plugs. I'll include them as well.
Yeah.
That's
Other than that, no. Shout out Critical Hit, big
locals.
yeah, best locals.
In
Running,
Durham.
yeah, maybe some cash tourneys coming up or something there.
I'm hoping. I mean, if they let us do that, then that'd be cool. I don't know. It's up to them. But that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the video, feel free to like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. Other than that, this is Kyle. Peacing out, and see you guys sooner or later.